low for the most part. It's going to be $5,500 a week, which is going to get us towards $22,000 on the month that we need in order to get our bonus. But we have to make up for what happened on week number 1 where we only got to run for 3 days. So this week's number that we had to hit in order to make up, we made up a little bit last week, we need to make up this week, is $6,597.36. That's what we're shooting for. So did we make it? What did we end up doing this week? I don't know. Let's get into the numbers. Let's get into the loads. Let's add it all up. All right. So this week we were able to get back onto this GM work, which is what I love. So I'm hauling right here. One of the yards I really like running out of because our back haul so far has been from North Carolina back to the house. And this plant here, I can load here today, get home tonight, leave out in the morning, get delivered, get reloaded in North Carolina, get back, get that stuff delivered, and get home that night. So it's still the whole idea of keeping me home every night. So this week we did 4 loads total. Again, coming out of GM, they were pretty good loads. This yard pays pretty well, in my opinion, as long as you got back hauls. First load we hauled this week was a load of Nissans heading down to East Tennessee. That load paid $1888.45. That was a pretty good load. That's actually really good numbers for that run. There's been some good numbers out there, but that again has been the same thing it's been lately, which is going to be a 6-stop load. So if you like doing a lot of drops, it's not bad, but again, we're into those heavy numbers of drops. Load number 2 after that was a load of 10 cars coming back up to East Tennessee, and that was for $1,196.56. That was a 100% I'm pretty sure that one was going to drop low. Then our next load after that was a down a little bit. Don't work your entire life away. Run so you get to see your family, you can spend time with your family, have a home life. But running on a Saturday when you're getting home every night, I would say is a lot less of a drastic, I guess what you would say, like, it's not as bad as it is if you're gone all week long to begin with, because you are getting home. I'm getting between 2 and 4 hours a night with my family, and then I can go to bed, I get up and I run, I come home, I get 2 to 4 hours, go to bed, same thing, all week long right now. So I guess running a Saturday, whether you're delivering or you're just preloading so you can deliver the next week, it's not as big of a deal, like I said, as if you were just gone all week long to begin with. So I think we're going to try next week either preloading for the week after or just full on running on Saturday. I think I'm going to preload and try that, see how that works, and then if that, obviously you'll probably make more, but if you don't make a whole ton more, then I think what I'm going to try to do is run a full Saturday after that. Like I said, there's little things that we can do to make the short haul better, but it's just trying things. It's just little changes here and there to make it all work and get a rhythm going. Right now, I think I have a pretty good rhythm because I've done, I think, what was it, 62, and now it's 60, almost 6,500 a week, back to back. So that aspect is obviously we're doing something right. But again, there's still some small tweaks and changes we can keep doing. We'll just keep trying these little things. And if you guys have any ideas, also shoot them to me. Give me an idea of what you have, and I'll try it. But guys, until next time, as always, if you want to come over here and drive for United Road, shoot me an email down below. If you want a free stock or you want to get Upside app, which is something that gets you money back you love into it, download those links down below. But guys, until next time, I love you. I'll catch you next time. Bye.
Make prayer. Since you gave me both books, I gotta get me a King James version. You gotta give me a King James version. I ain't thought I could use a King James version, my Lord, because you took Pastor Pell away. But maybe tomorrow I go get me a King James version of the Bible, so I can fully understand what's going on. I'll put these here. I hope you turn on the TV before I call on you. Okay? Merciful God. Merciful God. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Oh, merciful God, I thank you for the ability to walk out and sit on the bench and fellowship with you about business, about the quad axle flatbed, the old boy. I thank you. Thank you, Allah. I thank you for my health and strength. It's like the air is not really clean, but I thank you for the ability to get the shot. And I also know that you're talking to me. You don't want me to speak in peer support, but I talk with you. I thank you. I ask you to guide my hands in the Holy Quran. This is my second prayer for the day. I need my soul to be fed. I need this inner man to be fed for guidance. I love you, Allah. Okay. O ye messenger, eat of good things and do good. Surely I am the knower of what you do. And surely this is your community. It's one community. I am your Lord, so keep your duty to me. But they became divided into sects, each party and rejoicing in that which was with them. So leave them in their ignorance till a time. They think they think that by the wealth and children wherewith we aid them, we are hastening to them of good things. Nay, they perceive not. Surely they live in awe for fear of the Lord. And those who believe in the message of the Lord, and those who associate not with their Lord, and those who give what they give while their hearts are full of fear, that to their Lord they must return. They hasten to good things, and they are foremost in obtaining them. And we lay not on any soul a burden except to the extent of its ability. And with us is a book which speaks the truth, and they are not wrong. Nay, their hearts were in ignorance about it, and they have besides this other deeds, which they do, until we seize those who lead easy lives among them with chastisement. Lo, they cry for scorner. Cry not for scorner this day. Surely you will not be helped by us. My message were indeed recited to you, but you used to turn back on your heels, haughtily passing nights and talking nonsense about it. Do they not then ponder the word, or has therefore come to them that which did not come to their fathers of old? Or do they not recognize their messenger, that they denied him? Or they say, there is a madness in him. Nay, he has brought them the truth, and most of them hate the truth. And if the truth follow their desires, the heavens and the earth and... Okay. As regard the tomb, the following evidence shows that the sacred body of no less a past personage than Jesus Christ rests there. An oral testimony based on tradition of the people of Casamar tell us that the tomb belonged to one who bore the name of Yusa, who was known as a Nabi, a prophet, who came to Kashima from the west about 2,000 years ago. The Takra, a historic work written some 200 years ago, says referring to the tomb on page 82. The tomb is generally known as that of a prophet. He was a prince who came to Kashmir from a foreign land. His name is Yusuf Asifa. The Qamar, an Arabic work which is 1,000 years old, also mentioned Yusuf Asif as having traveled in some lands. Joseph Jacob states, on the authority of very old versions of the story of Yusuf, that he, Joseph, at last reached Kasma and then died. The evidence shows that the tomb in Canaan is the tomb of Yusuf. But who is the Yusuf? That he is called a Nabi, prophet, both in oral tradition and in history settles the time in which he lived. For no prophet is recognized by the Muslims to have been appeared after that holy prophet. Again, there is a striking resemblance between the names Yus and Yusuf, the later being the Hebrew from Jesus, Hebrew form of Jesus. There's also a remarkable similarity in the teachings of Yusuf and Jesus. For instance, the parable of the seed sower occurring in Matthew 13:3 and Mark 4:3 and Luke 8:5 occurs also in Abraham and Josephat. Another very striking circumstance is that Yusuf Asa gave the name Bashara in Arabic for gospel to the teachings, as the following passage from the Hammadi shows. Then he began to compare the three to Bashara, which he preached to the people. All these circumstances led us to the conclusion that Jesus Christ went to Kasama after an event of the crucifixion, and that he preached, lived, died, and were buried there. Okay, let's go to Matthew 13:3. I got to get that King James version. I'm going to have to get the King James. This is old Makala. Matthew 13:3. And he spoke to them at length in parables, saying, a sower went out to sow. 4, and he sowed some seeds, fell on the path, and birds came and ate it up. Some fell on rocky ground, where it had a little soil. It sprang up once, because the soil was not deep. And when the sun rose, it was scorched, and it withered for lack of roots. Some seeds fell among thorns, and thorns grew up and choked it. But some seeds fell on rich soil and produced fruit, 100 or 60 or 30-fold. Whoever has ears ought to hear. Okay, I'm going to go to Mark I went to Matthew, Mark 4:3. Mark 4:3. Hear this. A sower went out to sow. And as he sowed, some seeds fell on the path, and the birds came and ate it up. Others fell on rocky ground where it had little soil. It sprang up at once because the soil was not deep. And when the sun rose, it was scorched, withered of lack of roots. Some seeds fell among thorns, and thorns grew up and choked it, and produced no grain. And some seeds fell on rich soil and produced fruit. It came up and grow and yield 30, 60, 100-fold. He added, whoever has ears to hear ought to hear. Okay. Luke 8:5. Luke 8:5. 3, 4. A sower went out to sow his seeds, and he sowed. Some seeds fell on the path and was trampled, and the birds of the sky ate it up. Some seeds fell on rocky ground, and when it grew, it withered for lack of moisture. Some fell on thorns, and the thorns grew with it and choked it. And some seeds fell on soil, and when it grew, it produced fruit, 100-fold. After saying this, he called out, who has ears to hear ought to hear. Then his disciples asked him, what's the meaning of this parable might be? He answered, knowledge of the mysteries of the kingdom of God has been granted to you, but to the rest they are made known through parables, so they may look but not see, and hear but not understand. Okay, my Lord. What you said right here. I seen your face, and I said that I can't stay here. And you said, old messenger, eat of good things and do good. Surely I am the knower of what you do. And surely this is your community. It's one community, and I am your Lord. So keep your duty to me. If I keep your duty to you, Lord, I'm breaking the law. But they became divided into sects, each party and rejoicing in that which was with them. So leave them in their ignorance till a time. Think they that by the wealth and children whereof we aid them, we are hastening to them of good things. Nay, they perceive not. Surely they live in awe for fear of the Lord. Then you said, so leave them in ignorance till a time. Okay. Then you said, some receive 100-fold. Okay, that's the second prayer. All right. Thank you, Allah, and the blessing of reading of your word. This is the first day I had to read the Quran and the Bible. You're giving me both. So I got to get the King James Version. All right.